I'm doing this. Have you ever been depressed or just sad in bed for months? I know I have and can imagine if you haven't already, it will come to you because it's a sad fact of life. And this all really started in seventh grade and then went into COVID because my seventh, eighth, and then freshman year were COVID sort of. And it all started with my seventh grade science teacher, Mr. Cadlick, and um, he was asked people to join his trout team he has every year, and I willfully said yes because I was bored and loved joining clubs and still overbook myself with clubs and activities. And so we would clean the tank every week or every few weeks and put new water in it. And then at the end, once they were like 3 months or maybe a little older, I forget the age, but we took them on a field trip down to a reservoir somewhere in Illinois, and I sat next to it and didn't really realize why we were doing this. I just thought it was fun. And then it came to me actually while writing the speech. We did it because otherwise it would get killed if they grew in the water because most waters are so polluted. And they don't have the immunity, much like humans, to survive that. And then, now keep in mind, all this was first period. So I went through the day that first day feeling sad, depressed. I asked my friends, Cameron, who I was sitting next to, who I'm still friends to this day, what he thought of it, and he was like, it's fine. And then I asked my parents, sisters, they're like, you'll get over it. Now that night I did, and I just went to sleep, but then a few months later, few weeks later, I don't recall the date, but he went to us with a film from the One Earth Film Festival. I don't know if anyone's here has heard of it, but they make amazing films and have a young filmmakers contest, and that tugged at my heartstrings even more because that night I couldn't really sleep, and I just went through the day the same way, but more harder. I couldn't focus. It was shown, the winning film was shown because Marin, who's a grade behind me, is a bulldog and a Roosevelter, and I think it was her and her brother who showed it. And I'll never forget him wheeling in that smart boat because there wasn't enough room for one. And so you betcha the next day I came back was to Mr. Cadlick and was like, great job, you made me depressed. No, I didn't actually say that. I was like, yo, no, I didn't say yo. I just was like, that was really impactful. I couldn't fall asleep last night. Must have been really impactful. Is there ways I can take action or ways to cope with my anxiousness that I have destroyed this planet and effed it up? And he directed me actually to the One Earth Youth Advisory Council, which judged that film and decided that it was the winner. And we had one meeting in person, and then boom, COVID happened. So like for 3 weeks we weren't doing it, and I was still looking for a place because I felt iffy about it, and so I found It's Our Future, which is a local youth advocacy group that started in Oak Park, and we had one meeting in person at their office,